We're actually going to talk about Dice today. Dice is one of our co hosts. I've known Dice for as long as I've known Koi, ever since you were 17.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about her moving to America. So, let's get started. What inspired or motivated your decision to move from Vietnam to America? Was it mostly your parents' decision?
No, so I wanted to go because my mom never wanted me to leave her side, but I wanted to go. I just need to escape the lifestyle that I have. So a little background. My mom is pretty like a big deal in my country. She's very nice, but she had all these powers like just surrounding her. So most of the people around her are fake. So I ended up hanging out with a lot of fake people. And also she have this like not like too controlling, but she's just afraid that bad things might happen to me. I can't go out with my friends. I can't have sleepover. It's very protective until I leave. So I wanted to leave the country when I was in ninth grade, but she didn't let me go until I was 16, 17. And that's when I come to America for school. And that's always what I wanted to do. Like nobody like really care about going here but me. So
Yeah.
Wait,
mhm.
did you come by yourself?
Yes, I came by myself.
Where did you live?
I live with Koi.
We're missing something here, bro. Yeah,
Another background. His mom and my mom are best friend. Like
Vietnam.
in high school. Yeah, in Vietnam.
Oh.
But then we didn't date or anything like that in Vietnam. But when I came here for school, it just naturally makes sense that I stay with his mom because that's like the only other person that my mom knows and would trust me to, like to trust her to take care of me. So yes, I ended up living with him.
I had a girlfriend while she was here.
So you pretty much like dumped your girlfriend and you were like, hey, Dice, bye, girlfriend.
Pretty much.
So moving here by yourself, a lot different from how Koi moved here with his mom and he is. What was your journey like? What was it like leaving your country and like how were you feeling back then?
First thing I noticed is everything smelled good, smell better. I don't know, because Vietnam is like, it's not dirty, but it's like humid. So the smell, it's very,
It's that night market smell.
yeah. So everything just smelled better. It smelled clean. Other thing is like the people really it make me happy because like no one give a shit about you. It's like, yeah. So in Vietnam, like, everything I do, the people watching, right? I be at a coffee shop, like real shit. I be at a coffee shop hanging out with my friend, and I was like joking, talking loudly, like cursing a little bit. And then my mom would know about it that night. My mom is so well known. People know that I'm her daughter. So whatever I do, it's like it just come back to her. I'm like, well, that's creepy.
Do you want to clarify what your mom does, though?
No. That's what it is.
Why is she well known?
Everything is legal. That's all you need to know. Yeah. When I came here, it's like I can do whatever, like literally, and no one will like bat an eye. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's the best feeling ever. I also had a boyfriend when I came here.
So you dumped your boyfriend, Koi dumped
Well, mainly, technically, I didn't dump my boyfriend for Koi because I just don't do long distance. Like it just doesn't work. So had a good run, but it is what it is. Like I'd move on, he move on. I get a little homesick for literally like 2 weeks. And then after that I started high school and like I make new friends. In my high school, there was a large Vietnamese community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think the school my mom picked. So clearly she had to pick something that she's comfortable with. So some of them know who I am, right? So yeah. So it's like it's the same thing. So that's why I try. It's not like I hate them or anything, but I just try my best not to hang out with them and just hang out with the other people that doesn't speak Vietnamese in my high school. Yeah, so that's how I was able to like blend in because I choose not to stay in the bubbles, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, very different from how Koi experienced growing up because like
Mm-hmm.
there was already this expectation
Yeah.
that he was this person that they had a picture of in their mind. And like to break out of that, like it was probably hard for you too, because you had to avoid certain situations where people would approach you at school
Mm-hmm.
and you would probably be like, okay, no, I can't hang out with this person. This person already knows who I am and like already has a picture in their mind that
Yeah.
they assume things like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't that hard really because they stay in their bubble, right? So if I just like stay out of that, then I should be fine. But
Yeah.
like no bad feeling toward anybody, but I just needed to get away from
Yeah.
that identity.
It was more along the lines of like since your mom was well known, like
Yeah.
put a pin on you
Yes.
after seeing like how your mom was.
Yeah. Like I was expected to be, very ladylike, very polite to everybody, very nice to everybody. Like it's doable, but it's just like a pain to live like that your whole life. It's like,
For sure.
yeah, like that's what I want to escape them. Like if I want to be mean, let me be mean. I don't have to, but it's my choice.
What are some of the culture shocks that you experienced? Like that definitely made an impact on you. Something that you weren't used to doing.
It's interesting because I always felt like an outcast when I was living in Vietnam. And then when I moved here, everything clicked. So, yeah, so my behavior and my personality just match with the American culture for some reason.
Yeah, Americans for sure, they don't put that much emphasis on being polite. So it's like, the
Yeah.
Asian cultures, that could be a good thing. Yeah. Of course, you could be yourself here more, but yeah, the Asian cultures, you got to respect your elders, you got to do all
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
In America, for sure, you have
There's
more
no
freedom.
stigma on
Yeah,
your elders.
exactly. You have more freedom to be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Were you well spoken with English, or did it take a hard time for you to learn it?
Oh, yeah, so I had to do ESL, but it wasn't bad because I was learning English for like 3 years
In Vietnam.
in Vietnam before I came here.
Okay.
With foreigner teachers too, so that's
Yeah.
really good. And then I like honestly learned a lot from watching Disney shows. Like Hannah Montana, stuff like that. Yeah. I have a methods of learning English my way. So people come here, right? They would say the sentence or whatever they want to say in their language and then translate it. That's how people learn. But for me, if I don't know something, I'll try to find other ways to say it in English.
Yeah.
So that the other person can understand and tell me what it is. So for example, if I didn't know what a microwave is, I'd be like, oh, what's that thing that's like you spin and then like make the stuff hot, right? And like literally that's how I talked when I was in high school. And then my Caucasian friend were like, oh yeah, that's like super nice, super friendly. And they're just like, oh, I know what you mean. And then they just like they taught me a lot about just being being natural teenagers here. So
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Totally also very different from what Koi experienced because Koi moving to America as a guy, there's also that stigma like, oh, like he could be beat on, he could be played with. Yeah, like for a female, it's like so different. But with that said, there was obviously still that slight language barrier. Was it hard for you to connect with people your age back then? How did you go about getting close to people here, finding your community here? Like, what did you guys gravitate towards to connect with each other?
Surprisingly, the people that I hang out with all like theater, right? So that's a topic that we connect on, and we talked about it a lot in high school. So it's weird, but it wasn't hard to make friends here. Yeah, because like they say it like it is, right? In Asia, in Vietnam, it's harder for me to make friends.
Yeah.
It's like, so I don't know what you're here for. Like, are you here because you know who I am?
Yeah.
Right? Like, or you just want to hang out? It's like you don't know. But here it's like you like if they don't like you, they're not gonna like spend the time to talk to you.
Yeah.
But like I was pretty blessed. Like I went to my first high school and I make friends, and I'd never eat lunch alone in high school.
The experience is like so.
She has such a
complete
good
now.
time. I know. Me, I'm like, yeah, she wanted to come here. Corey's like, didn't want to come. Complete. Ate alone.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you guys ended up at the same house at nighttime? But like, she's
Yeah.
all happy coming home. Corey's all sad.
But this was years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walking here first.
Still sad.
He's the one who's been like, before I get my driver license, he took me to school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, pick me up and everything.
Did your girlfriends ask, hey, who's that guy?
Who?
When you said,
Oh,
you're
yeah?
up
Oh,
school.
yeah.
You're like, yo, is that your boyfriend?
So it was like a religious high school, right?
Super Christian.
He took me to orientation. And then the teacher was like, oh, who's with you? And I was like, my brother.
Yeah, friend zone before friend zones are the thing.
But yeah, it was like pretty funny.
So you wouldn't want to go back.
No. So we recently went to Vietnam for vacation,
Mhm.
right? And it was like the vacation part was great.
Yeah.
But
The family part.
yeah, so we were there for 10 days. It was short. So
Mhm.
3 days is already like traveling.
Yeah.
We have 3 days in resort like by the beach, so that was nice. But then that's 3, 3, 6. The rest of the 4 days was just politicking. It's like
Family
yeah.
politics.
It's like, okay, when I come back for such a short period of time, I get to choose who I want to see, right? Who I want to spend time with. But over there, it's like, oh, you need to see these people that I know too, because if you don't see them, they'll give me shit.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. And then I had no choice, like I was just forced to see them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Is this the family on your mom and your stepdad's side or both?
It's like all over.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's like I understand that they're gonna see me and like
Yeah.
but like they just wanna see me just cause they feel like they are all that time.
They owe that respect and time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like but
Are these people your age?
no, let's get older. I didn't even have time to see any of my friends. I mean, former friends. Like we don't really talk, but
Yeah.
I didn't like regret it. It's kind of nice to say hi, see how everybody's doing. But if I had a choice, I would just spend the time with my actual family and just not see other people that's
Yeah.
extended. Because honestly, I don't have the time. I travel 17-hour flight with a toddler
Yeah.
to go to a country and then have to spend time with people that I don't really care about. It's
Yeah.
like a waste of my time.
For
But
sure.
yeah,
Was that the whole point of the trip though?
to see immediate family.
Mm.
That's for me, but my mom have other agenda. Like they say, like the moment I go back to Vietnam, every decision is made by her. It's just the way it is. I
Yes.
probably won't be back until I don't know, until Simba asks for it. But
Yeah.
we asked him where you want to go. He say Japan.
That's present in a lot of Asian cultures.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, like when we went back to Taiwan,
Yeah, we didn't really have.
yeah, I mean, my mom asked me if I wanted to see some of my cousins, but she knew we only had a short amount of time there, so she's like, "You don't have to if you don't want to."
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I would like if we had more time there for sure. I probably would have wanted to visit them and have at least one dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But because we were with a group of friends too, so they were just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, no, it's cool." Like, no, it's a big deal. But my family, to be honest, is super untraditional, so maybe that's why. But I don't know. I think if we went to Korea and you were still in touch with your family, we probably would have to, right?
Probably would. I don't know. Yeah, because my dad's side of the family.
Oh, it's all here. It's all here. Yeah.
Yeah, very early on. I don't think we would necessarily have had to do that. So I just think it depends. Looking back from like moving from Vietnam to America up until now, what was the most empowering and fulfilling aspects?
It's the shift in perspective from my parents to me. So back then they would, everybody, including my parents and my stepdad, think that, oh, like I'm this princess who literally I was like, I have chauffeur to take me to school and anywhere that I want. And I have cooks and I have another caretaker to take care of me. Like that's just how I think most family are that have money, because the labor over there in
Cheap.
yeah, it's not cheap. So it's just like a regular job for people. So, if you have the opportunity, you probably would have two or three people working for your household. Um, and then that was everybody's perspective of me. And then when I come here, I literally became like the cook, the handyman.
Yeah.
Like I fix everything in the house, I build furniture, all stuff like that. And then I, like do a lot of things on my own. And then my parents was like, whoa, like I didn't know your capabilities. So that was one of the things that I just kind of live here. Like, I'm not trying to prove anything, but I was just living my life here. And then that make them realize that, oh, I'm different. I'm not one of their
Yeah.
dolls. Uh, so that was fulfilling when they gained some respect for me
Yeah.
and not just, like just taking care of me and stuff.
Yeah. Would you say like your marriage to Koi was?
I was gonna say, it found the love of my life again.
Again.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a good thing that I came here. Like my purpose to come here was to, get away,
Right.
but I ended up with, you know, with the perfect man. So that's fulfilling. Yeah.
Was it always like that? Like, did you see him as the love of your life the instant you guys?
She said brother.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, I didn't see it right away. I see it gradually.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, man, okay. So because I was growing up a certain way,
Right.
so I treat people a certain way,
Mhm.
right? So back then, I'm one of those girl who goes on a lot of dates and gets a lot of gift but never puts out. Okay, and then when I come here, I'll do the same thing to him. And for me, it's natural. I don't know. You get friend zone a lot, so probably natural for you too.
Yeah.
So, but he just keep trying, right? And he never gives up. And then one day I just realized like, oh man, like, I don't want to go on about my day without seeing him,
Mhm.
So it just gradually I just realized that, he's the one. Yeah. And one time he called me and he sang the whole Miss Independent song
Oh gosh.
No. Yeah.
on Yahoo chat. No,
No, Koi's gonna sing it right now.
he sang the whole song.
Yeah, we got it. We gotta hear this right now.
That was here. Damn.
At least 5 seconds.
Do you still have the recording?
No.
Oh.
So remember, Facebook had this. I don't know if it still does,
No,
but the poke.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Back then, yeah.
So we will poke each other
Years.
for years without even saying a word, right? We don't even say anything. We just poke back. Koi poke you, poke back, like for a long time. Yeah, it's like we're always like in the back of each other's mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we didn't realize all the thing that we did back then. But now that we talked about it, it's like, oh man, like it's always meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so. Wait. So, since Koi's moved to America, how many years passed before you until you came?
You move at
2001, and then you moved here 2011.
11.
10 moved.
And
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
So, if you were to give advice, to another female considering a similar move, like what wisdom or encouragement would you share with her?
Move to another country because you want to, not because people tell you that you need to, not because your parents say that, oh, it's opportunity here, you need to move here. No, like you go because you want to go. That's the only way that can help you grow to who you want to be, because I know some people move to another country and they just stay a little bit miserable because they don't know what they're doing in a different country. It's like, it's hard. It's not easy. Like there are hard moments, but because my goal is to live here, so all the hard moments became like just nonchalant for me,
It was
Yeah.
your choice.
I made a choice. It came with all these hurdles or whatever. Like you just have to go past it because you made a choice.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's your perspective.
Yeah.
Like just have a good perspective, and you should be okay. Hey, tell us about when you first learned how to drive.
So I had a teacher. had a driving teacher. She was a female teacher too, and then she trained me for 2 weeks. And at the last week, she was like getting very frustrated because I was so bad, showing attitudes and everything. And then I was like, okay, I need to pay focus now. And then I failed my driver license written test 4 times.
Mhm.
Okay, the 5th time, I passed. But the driving test, some reason, I passed the first time. Okay, I'm still a bad driver. I don't like driving in general, but still, I got my license.
Real question though. How many accidents have you got into?
I think I got into. Okay, I hit a car 1 time.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the accident were like poles and like curve and like like random.
Spiders.
Yeah, like standing still.
Fishtail.
Yeah.
I call her the straight shooter driver because she just drives and she looks straight, and if she needs to turn left or right, she does this without even looking. So that's why she's a really bad driver.
Oh, okay. The Tesla have cameras now, so it's better.
Yeah.
One thing, when I first came to America and then go to high school, so all the teachers are Caucasian, and sometimes I'm doing really good in class too, and I talk to them in English and never speak Vietnamese because I'm trying to learn English. But sometimes they'll joke, like they spit out jokes and stuff that's borderline kind of bad.
Like borderline racist.
Yeah. Borderline kind of bad. For me, I was just like laugh through it, like back then I was like, oh, it's just funny, and they don't mean any harm. I don't think they mean any harm, but I don't. When I came here, like I don't get really triggered by any of that.
Yeah.
But now I thought about it, like, oh, okay, it was happening a lot all around me. But back then, I was just so like not care, not bothered by it. So I was able to just move past it. Yeah, move past it. And now that I think about it, like, yeah, I could be triggered, but I didn't have to.
Stay tuned for the next episode